Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Welcome to the stream. Let everybody, come on, gather around now. Gather on around to the stream. Hopefully everyone's having a nice evening. I'm having a pretty decent day so far. Can't complain. Let's see who's here. Oh, let me move this chat around a little bit. Let's move this on around here. Who's hanging out? What's up, Ash? Very super Jameis. Hello. Pokopia has owned me for the last 3 days. It's only the beginning with Pokopia. We will be checking out some Pokopia in a bit. But let's just let everybody gather in. Settle in. Assassin AK says, bro, I was right. Last stream I said hot take. I think Crimson Desert is going to be mid. I told you so. Okay, hold on. I can't be rage baited this early. Calling it mid. Listen, we need to rearrange what games we consider. I guess if you want to say it's mediocre, I expect a much lower score for mid. Dustin, I need to know what it's like. This is an honest question. Why do you like One Piece so much? I like One Piece so much because I think the story is really good. It has really great characters. It has insane emotional depth. And it's so good that you're going to say, wow, it doesn't matter that it's 1,000+ episodes. Okay, wait. Hold on. Let's I give Dustin a 79 out of 100 for being late. Listen, I had it set to go up and I was working on stuff and going to the bathroom, and then I realized that it didn't actually go live to the starting screen. It's still my fault. I just want to let you guys know that the intention was there. The intention was there. Have you played it? Now, if this is about Crimson Desert, I have not played Crimson Desert, so I can't say whether or not it's mediocre from my personal opinion. I would just say if we're talking about scores, I don't know if I would consider 79 like mediocre bad. But we're going to look at Crimson Desert. No rush. No rush on that. I got RE9 from Target. Hopefully that doesn't offend anyone. How dare you support instead of supporting Capcom, you supported the Target shareholders. They got 100% of that money. You got 100%. They got 100%. I don't make the rules. Didn't you watch Brad play it? I did watch Brad play it. So I saw it firsthand running, but I was not the one playing it. Brad was the one who scored the appointment on that at Summer Game Fest. Feel sad, guys. I just emailed the Summer Game Fest people because I received my invitation to go this year, and I was like, oh, that's cool that I got an invite in advance without asking for it, but I had to decline. Cannot go to Summer Game Fest this year. I'm very sad about it, but I'm happy because Holly and I will be having a baby. Holly's the one we're having the baby together, but she's the one doing all the hard work now. You know? So let's see. What else is going on here? Just saw the Kiki's Delivery Service in theaters, 4K, good film, nice. If my theater was nicer, I would have totally gone. I'm not driving an hour to Pittsburgh to see a movie that I've already seen. Nice Berserk shirt on the marathon stream. Thank you. Did you ever continue reading the manga after you stopped? No, but I want to. I really want to. That shirt, that Berserk shirt, not that everything needs a story behind it, but I was shopping with Holly on Sunday, and the mall we were at had a Hot Topic, and she got a Chopper hoodie, and the deal was if you buy one thing in clearance, you get one free. And I was like, well, this Berserk shirt's pretty sick. So I got it for free. Thank you, Hot Topic. What arc did you stop at? I was at the end of the main big one, the first one. I needed an emotional break, and now I just haven't gone back. But honestly, One Piece is like so much longer than it needs to be, right? No. Or is it just I gotta read it over here. This is getting cut off. Or is it just me, like there are literally guides on lines of episodes and seasons you can skip? No, you're wrong. People make it sound so much more complicated than it actually is. And anyone, listen, if anyone is like, oh, you can skip Skypiea, disregard their opinion and never speak to them again. The only things that I would say you could skip in One Piece are the filler episodes, which, by the way, is a very low percentage compared to many of the other big players. So, some people are like, oh, One Piece, it's all filler. Some of the One Piece filler episodes are actually peak. The Prison Island fillers are a lot of fun. I did watch that one. I didn't watch all of the filler. I watched some of it. But like I said, it's a very low amount of filler, and it's very easy to skip. It's like people who watch Jojo and skip parts. Dude, Jojo part skippers are the worst. Don't even call yourself a Jojo fan around me if you are skipping parts of Jojo. When does One Piece get good? Not trolling. Just when are people usually hooked or all in? I'm at the beginning of Water 7 and I like it, but I'm not hooked. You're at Water 7 and you're not sure. If you're at Water 7 and you're not sure, you probably should just stop. You should just end it. Not your life. But, I mean, maybe. Skip Golden Wind? Come on, man. Golden Wind is my least favorite, but I still would never skip it. What's worse, JoJo skippers or DLSS5? DLSS5 isn't fully out yet, so it's hard to say. Yeah, if you're... I always tell people with One Piece, and then we don't have to talk about anime forever, is if you get to the end of Arlong Park and you're like, I don't like this, cut out. Not that I'm saying it gets good at Arlong Park. I'm just saying that that's where I think most people are like, oh shit, this actually rules. Like, I thought it was good. And then you get to Arlong Park and you're like, damn. Rave Lord says, skip One Piece entirely and touch grass instead. You're the one watching my stream. You're watching a streamer right now talk about One Piece. Got him. Guys, I've been playing a lot of Marathon. I've been playing Marathon lately. I've been playing Marathon a lot this past week. Pretty good. I'm getting into Marathon, guys. I'm getting real into Marathon. I'm having a great time with it. Oh, and by the way, the shots fired. I'm not saying that people that watch a streamer are losers. I'm not calling everybody in the audience loser. I'm just saying if you're telling people to touch grass about One Piece, consider. Would you say RE9 is better than RE4 remake? Probably not, but I don't feel that strongly about it. Solos or with friends? Both. I've been playing solos. Like, I'll play like a few matches during the day usually. And then at nighttime, the squad has been me, Brad, and Brandon. But last night, Brandon was a total bitch and was with his girlfriend. So the squad last night was me, Brad, and Christopher Raygun was playing with us. We had a great time. We had a crazy night last night in Marathon where we were like fucking getting killed by multiple teams. A little double penetration, if you know what I'm saying. Getting killed by multiple teams, killing multiple teams, sneaking up on people, getting snuck up on. Marathon is good. And it's... Listen, guys. I'm not right about everything. I'm not. But I was right about this. I was right about the fact that Marathon is a game that I think the server slam may have hurt it more than it helped. Because I think that it is very intimidating and the onboarding is not good. And it requires you to just put a lot of time in and learn the game. And I'm not saying I'm like any kind of expert, but now that I'm starting to like get the flow and understand it, now I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing here. I see what we're doing, and I'm enjoying it so much more now. So yeah, Marathon, very good. And I know there's a bunch of drama about people liking it or hating it or wanting it to fail. I'm just tuning that shit out. Other than when it gets brought up on Sacred Symbols, I just don't care. I'm really having a good time. I don't care how many players there are. I mean, I want it to be played so it continues, but as of right now, I'm just playing and having a great time. I suggest more people do the same. Let's see. Okay, I can tell this one's a little sarcasm. But Dustin, I've been monitoring the Steam concurrence around the clock and it's falling off. It's a bad game. Yeah, dude, there's so much of that. I don't understand what's going on with people. Why are people so miserable? You have any experience in Marathon solos, Dustin, coming around on it after watching you guys on Monday? Yeah, I have put in a lot of time solos. I find the solo experience to be really, really hard. It's very difficult and more frustrating to play solos because a lot of times in solos, if someone sees you first, someone gets the jump on you, it is Jover. It is probably Jover. At least if you're playing with other people, there's a chance you could get revived, you know? So when you're playing by yourself, it's a lot more hardcore. Like, you really got to sneak around when you play solos. It's still very fun. It's a different kind of experience, but I like both. I like playing by myself and I like, playing with the crew. The crew is the preferred way to do it, for sure. So, guys, let's talk about the Crimson Deaths. Oh, I have a super chat, and I saw this come up, but it didn't activate on my thing from J.S. Dylan Schneider, who has been a member for 3 months. It says, damn, I've been subbed for 3 months. I don't know why it didn't show up on my thing that I can click here. Thank you for that. Yeah, 3 months. 3 months of memberships. Actually, before we do the Crimson Desert stuff and we'll do the super chat, it's a good time to tell everybody welcome. Thank you for joining me here on Wednesday night. It's nice to be here. I love doing these streams where we can get together, hang out for a little bit. Nothing crazy, super low key, super chill. Thank you for being here. If you don't subscribe to my channel, that's totally free. It helps me out a lot. So I'd really appreciate hitting the subscribe button for notifications for this stream and all my other stuff as well. Also, speaking of members, with Chris Hendrick, boom, here has been a member for 4 months. If you'd like to support the stream a little bit extra, support what I do here. I do have some expenses with the stream, not a ton, but I do pay Jimmy for his consultation, and sometimes I have Lockmort edit videos, and so I do have some fees, but if you just want to support the channel in general, you can become a member and you get access to the Frisk emotes that John is so nicely showing off here. And just a way to support me. You don't have to, but I'm throwing it out there if you would like. And of course, another way to support the channel is through super chats. Andy Capped kicking us off on this one says, saw Ponderosa on YouTube. Is it good? So, Andy, it's funny you bring this up because Ponderosa, maybe you heard me talk about it at some point. There are very, very few Ponderosa locations left. It used to be much bigger. One of the only remaining locations is in Butler. And let me tell you guys, it's not good. It's not good. It's a mixture of like a buffet and I don't even want to call it a steakhouse. It seems offensive. The main thing they have is steak, but they also have the buffet. Let me tell you, neither one is good. Neither one is good. So Ponderosa, stand down. Stand down, Ponderosa. We don't need it. We don't need the Ponderosa. Whoa, shit. Wait, hold on. Hey, whoa. So many, we got 5 gifted memberships from Gular Froggy going out. So it looks like Blue Fire, Adam, The Uncharted Wolf, Fozzie, that's a name I recognize, and Quince, all getting gifted memberships. So thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you, Gular Froggy. Guys, let's talk about Crimson Desert. Let me bring this up on screen here for everybody so we can take a peruse. I accidentally clicked a review of something else. Let me show you guys what I accidentally brought up. I was on the main screen and I brought up Imperfect Women on Apple TV, only scoring a 56 with Kate Mara, Elizabeth Moth, and Kerry Washington. This is what you guys are here for, right? Imperfect Women. I've never heard of the show in my life. Let's get back on track here. Whoa, we got some sexuality there. Take it easy. I don't want to get banned. Okay. Lockmort, Crimson Goatee. Lock, this happens every time you champion a game. This happens. We got something mediocre. No, I'm just kidding. Someone earlier in the chat, Lock, said Crimson Desert mediocre. I think it was Uncharted Wolf. And so here we are. The reviews for the PC version of Crimson Desert are here. And we are sitting at a 78 on Metacritic. First of all, guys, I want to ask you, how are we feeling about this? How are you feeling about this before I'll tell you what I think? Are you upset? Is it what you expected? Lockmore, it says, KCD got a 76 at launch. I couldn't care less about what journos say about games. Okay, fair take. IGN, 6 out of 10. Damn, we're going to have to look closer at that one. Berto says, I called a 79, so yeah. I expected this. Okay. IGN gave it a 6, but it's a review in progress. $70 saved. This was going to happen. Who didn't see this coming? Is it PS5 or PC only? Okay, well, we can confirm now. Again, guys, I told you I'm not right about everything, but I was trying to tell you this. I was trying to tell you that Crimson Desert, no reviewers played it on PS5. Not a single review is out on PS5. So, buyers beware of the base PS5 version. I know there was some gameplay from some Japan YouTube channel. I think it was PlayStation, a YouTube channel for PlayStation in Japan. But I'm just saying, it seems like my theory for tomorrow on your base PS5 version is that the 30 FPS mode will be good. The performance mode, though, I'm highly skeptical of. Didn't Digital Foundry get a PS5 Pro copy or something? They did check it out. I'm specifically, I don't know, maybe I didn't say it right. I think I did, though. There is no reviewer that has reviewed this on base PlayStation 5. None. They have only sent out PC codes. Do I think that it's going to be bad necessarily tomorrow? No. I'm just saying, you don't need to be the bait. Let somebody else buy it tomorrow and see how it runs. See how it runs first. Dustin, they said they have nothing to hide, so why didn't they send the PS5 version for review? Something doesn't add up. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. I think the marketing behind this game and some of the decisions made are very weird. And that's why there's red flags. And I have said this before. Sorry, guys. Some of you have heard this already, and I will say it again. I'll do it again. I will do it again. I would love that tomorrow night people boot this up on their base PS5 and it's amazing. It runs like a dream. You know, surely it's not going to look as good as PS5 Pro. It's not going to look as good as many PCs, but that's fine. That wasn't, hopefully some people, aren't expecting that. I would love for that to be the case. All I'm pointing out is that the reluctance to show the base version, which again, apparently a PlayStation Japanese channel did, but on the 30 FPS cinematic mode, seems a little weird. Seems a little weird. Okay, let's take a closer look at some, who gave what score. So, our 10 out of 10s. GameLiner. Gamers Heroes. The Outer Haven. Vice. Vice still exists? I didn't know Vice still existed. Have you seen this PSN news that just popped up? No, what's the new PSN news? This website is not loading. Okay, fuck it. I guess Vice is still around. Forbes, 95. See, okay, who in the chat was like, the high reviews are only propped up by sites you've never heard of? Because I've definitely heard of Forbes. I've definitely heard of DualShockers. I've heard of Gaming Trend. We have some foreign websites, so I won't, I don't know about that. Comicbook.com. Who reviewed this at Comic Book Time? Was it Logan? No. Okay. I don't know if he still works there. The PlayStation Network name is going away. Huh. Well, we can look into that in a minute. Okay, we got to go back here. Back to, Hardcore Gamer. Loot Level Chill. MMORPG.com. Steam Deck HQ. I think Jimmy knows that guy. The Games Machine. Windows Central. So, listen, guys. Sure, there's a lot of reviewers that I've never heard of. I will say this, though. Pearl Abyss, I don't want to... There are people that I would have expected to get this game that didn't. So, I don't think they were just handing them out willy-nilly to anybody. Because I know many people that didn't get it. I requested it and didn't get it. Brad requested it, didn't get it. Jimmy requested it, didn't get it. So, either there's a thing against us, or, like I said, they're a little more choosy than I think some people would want to put out there. Maddie didn't get it. Wow, Maddie's been doing so much content on this. The fact that he didn't get it is crazy. Crazy. Very, very weird. But not surprising. Games Radar with an 8. IGN France. Who else we got here? True Gaming. Gaming Bolt. I've heard of them. Game Rant. PC Gamer. Did Gene request it? I have no idea. Okay, so now we're starting to get into the more mid reviews. Game Informer. Crimson Desert is a beautiful, exploration-rich, open-world game that's a clear technological achievement hampered by a cornucopia of little frustrations and a stark lack of narrative depth. I expected the narrative depth thing. GameSpot. Crimson Desert is a frequently thrilling game elevated by an open world well worth exploring and hard-hitting combat that delights with its depth and emphasis on player expression. It might not always be the most cohesive game, mixing high fantasy with steampunk and sci-fi elements, but there's nothing else quite like it, and I can't help but... Blurb is a little longer than what they put here. Insider Gaming. I don't want to read that one. Screen Rant. You have to admire its ambition, and there are high points, but there's also a lot of slogging around and meaningless fetch quests. Womp womp. Who else here do we have? Eurogamer with a 6 out of 10. Damn. A vast open world and even vaster array of MMO-like activities mixed with glittering fidelity in Crimson Desert, but what good is it without much character, texture, or charm? Interesting. Let's see what you... Okay, sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. Feels like Maddie gets screwed over so much. I totally agree. I talk to Maddie pretty regularly about reviews and stuff, and I think that Maddie is very unfairly treated. I think it's something that the mid-reviews are from some of the more popular, trusted gaming-focused sites. That's true. That's fair. I think, and I know you weren't saying this, Berto, I'm just pointing out that someone earlier in the chat said that all of the top reviews were from unknown people, and that's simply not true. They may not be the majority of them, but it's simply not true. Dragon Age and AC got 9s, though. I think the thing, guys, with reviews like this, actually, this should just be the truth in general. You're going to hear me repeat myself again, because I know you guys have heard me talk about this. Let's actually make this a little bit. I need to make myself a little bigger here. I could use more screen real estate. Whoop. There we go. Guys. It doesn't matter if a game has a 100 out of 100 on Metacritic or a 2 out of 100 on Metacritic. Well, 2 might be very unlikely. But let's say like a 65 on Metacritic. It could still be a game that you like. You know? The important thing about reviews is that they are indeed opinions. What I do with this, so you can read these and determine if the bad things are things that bother you or don't bother you, and if the good things are things that you really like. And then you can make a determination for yourself. For example, for me, I'm still going to buy this game tomorrow, and I still want to play it. I think that the open world stuff sounds really cool. The combat sounds really interesting, being weird and maybe a little complicated. The visual showpiece of it. I'll be honest, I never expected Crimson Desert to be a big story game for me. Never expected that. So the fact that people are saying the story's mid, I don't care. Do I think this is going to be a 10 out of 10 game for me? No. But I have my expectations in check. As it stands on release, the best parts of Crimson Desert are buried deep under layers of absurdity. Damn. Also, on the other side of this argument here, guys, the lowest score here is from a site I've never heard of. Like, a lot of these lowest scores are also sites I've never heard of. I've heard of VG247. So the argument goes both ways. Dustin, for long games like this mean your review on Last Stand be like in a month? I have no idea. The reviews are this bad? Really? No. See, here's the thing, guys. there are also lots of very good reviews. There are lots of very mixed reviews. There are not that many, like, well, I guess 5 out of 10 is pretty bad. To me, this reads as like a divisive game. You know? There are clearly people that absolutely love this game to the point that they're giving it 8s, 9s, and 10s. There are also many people giving it much lower. So, again, without repeating myself too much, what you got to do is go look at these and decide if the things that are good and bad matter to you. Let's check in on some of the super chat stuff. Courtney Williams says, can't wait for Crimson Desert AI Steam game. For Crimson Desert AI Steam game. I'm not sure 100% what you mean, but thank you for your super chat, Courtney. Maybe you can fill me in more on the regular chat. E.E. Parks became a member. Thank you for that. 5280 says big review sites don't have credibility. Well, if that is what you believe, then there are lots of content creators that played it as well. I saw tweets from Jake Baldino. What did he say? I don't want to. Let's check this out real quick. What did Jake Baldino say? Because I saw it right before I went live. He said, I'm just going to read it from here instead of bringing it up. Crimson Desert starts rough. I honestly dislike the first 8 hours. Once it opens up and you get more power plus abilities, it's a ton of fun. So many gameplay systems, but they don't feel cynical or half-baked. I wish there was a better story, but combat and exploration hooked me. Crimson Desert makes questionable decisions and does some strange, frustrating stuff, but it doesn't hold your hand while still enabling fun experimentation. That was the fun factor for me. Know what you're getting into first, but you might end up loving it. So, there you go. If you think the big sites don't have credibility, then you can check for numerous independent influencers or content creators or whatever. Did Maddie get an early preview? No. Who had Crimson Desert and Sacred League? I honestly don't remember. Have I ever asked Jake to be on Sacred Symbols? We'd love to have him on Summon Sign. He's welcome anytime on Summon Sign. Jake is a great dude. I spent time with him at Jimmy's wedding, and I saw him at Summer Game Fest, and both times were absolutely delightful. I really, really like him. Did Skill Up review it? I don't know. Let's see what Corey says here. From what I've gathered in reading maybe 20 reviews, general visuals and exploration... Generational visuals and exploration of the last world with fun but overly complicated combat with everything else being mid. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the other thing I want to point out. It's if you're, not into it, then that's totally fine too. Games are expensive, $70. If it's giving you red flags, then don't buy it. Don't buy it. There's plenty of other stuff to play. Wait, Jake Baldino is worse than Philip Mewson? Come on, get the fuck out of here. Gene just tweeted about Crimson Desert. Read it on stream. Okay, hold on. Let me bring up my Twitter. Let me make sure my DMs aren't open. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay. Here's Gene. No Crimson Desert review from me yet. Exploration is incredible, but I dislike the combat quite a bit. It's not bad, but it plays like Assassin's Creed RPG era of slashing a guy 5 or 6 times before doing a finisher, with loose dodge rolls and a plastic feeling defense. Interesting. Make sure we don't see your bookmarks. Most of my bookmarks are something like a video or something I want to watch, but I'm like working on something else, and so I bookmark it and save it for later. He has one from 1 minute ago. He has a lot of tweets here. Oh, these are from accounts I muted. Oh, Fighting Cowboy. I don't know why I have him muted. He must have been tweeting a lot, or I thought I was getting a spoiler from him. This is exactly why I'm holding off any final judgment on Crimson Desert. It actually reminds me a lot of Starfield, which means I could love it anyway, but others won't. My man loves the combat, and he knows his stuff too. His name is literally Fightin', but I also disagree with him on what combat feels good. He likes Neo, I don't, so take it as you will. There you go. There's even more here. From Blue Thunder. Who's Blue Thunder? 2 million verified on TikTok. Never heard of this guy. No disrespect. I do agree that playing Crimson Desert on deadline felt miserable. That's why I stopped. Sorry I didn't make embargo, but I'd rather just sit with a game than rush through it, especially since I have a lot of other things in life going on at the moment. I'll finally have more time this week. Didn't Fighting Cowboy have beef with Maddie? Maybe that's when I muted him. I honestly don't remember. Are you getting it for sure, Dustin? Yes, I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it. I want to play it. Honestly, guys, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not surprised by the reviews at all. It's kind of about what I expected. So, that's fine. The game isn't gay enough. Well, to each their own. Monster Hunter Stories 3 now. That looks like a fun game. Jimmy was telling me about this game today. And he loves it. Jimmy is super into Monster Hunter Stories 3. Dusty, I'm worried about your posture when you're playing Marathon. You're going to get hunchback. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm all good. Are you playing on PC or PS5? I'm probably going to play it on PC. PC version looks good. Dustin, I'm also from your local area, was in Meadville, but now just north of there. I hate Meadville. I used to go to a lot of concerts in Meadville. The band War of Ages, I think, was from around there. Maddie and Dustin versus Jaffe and Cowboy. I don't know if Jaffe and Cowboy know each other. I like Jaffe. Dustin was right. Time to play Marathon. Yeah, if you're happy with Marathon, then don't get Crimson Desert. No one's telling you to get it. Paul Tassi, Crimson Desert review. I've never seen anything like. I've played for 100 hours. I've never been bored. It's a 9.5. So exactly, I don't know what Paul Tassi's taste is like. Obviously, I know who he is, and I don't have any feelings about Paul Tassi, good or bad. But I'm just saying that there's someone that really likes it. Are you going to do a new video about the PS5 Pro update? Probably not. I don't have anything to say about it. Here's the video. It's like, okay, let's go over all the PSSR 2 stuff that other people have already done in their videos. And I'll tell you that it looks better and that it's good. And then complain for a little bit that it should have been better at launch because people are spending too much money on a console that was pumping out bad versions. There's just not a lot to say. I'm still slouching in my chair. Guys, the chair isn't the problem. Do you see what chair I have? Let me exist. Yo, Jason, I saw your text come in a minute ago, but since I was streaming, you got the MacBook. Hell yeah, dude. Which one did you get? Oh shit, the MacBook Air, brother. Hell yeah, man. Doesn't help. I can't stop playing Pokopia. Dude, Pokopia's good shit. Do we really need other people to tell us whether or not we'll enjoy a game? If you're really interested in a game, just play it. Exactly. Guys, I'm telling you, like, there's kind of a thing right now. This comes and goes in waves for me. And I don't know if it's me or if it's the culture or the bubble. And that's sometimes talking about games. And I'm not saying that it's like there's nothing else I would rather do. But sometimes people make it so not fun. Like, sometimes the people around this stuff are so miserable that it's like, man, come on, what are we doing? And I'm not saying like, don't be critical or whatever. For example, just to complain for a minute. Am I allowed to complain for just a moment? I really don't. People make fun of me and get mad when I complain too much. So I really don't want to do it too much, but I will for a second. It's like, I'm acknowledging this sucks, but I'm doing it anyway. Some of the feedback, like, honestly, it's not even just like the most recent Resident Evil spoiler cast we did. Anytime you do a spoiler cast or anytime you're critical of a game, someone's going to call you a bitch or be like that what you think is invalid. Like, people take the games they love and make them so integrated to their personality because they have nothing else fucking going on in their life that it's like a personal affront if someone who's literally their job is to be critical of games critiques a game that you like. And even a game that the person that, likes the game. Like, for example, Resident Evil, a game that I really like. Resident Evil 9. Really, really like it. So that's my little rant. It's my little rant. I'm not saying anyone here. Of course. You guys are all perfect. Maybe not all of you. But most of you. Let's get into a few super chats from Marco Bruno. Having fun with a 70 rated game is still having fun. You made me think of something. There's a game that I played a few years ago that I had a lot of fun with. Let me bring it up here. Here's a game that I played that I thought this was a really fun game. I have problems. I have a lot of problems with it, but I enjoyed playing it. Let's bring it up. This is it. Valkyrie Elysium, sitting at a pretty 65 on Metacritic. I like this game. I had a fun time playing this game. Was it amazing? No. Did it have a lot of really glaring issues? Yes. But, just saying, sometimes you might like a stinker, and that's okay. So there you go. Nerf Ninja says, please complain more. I can't be fully unleashed yet. I will attempt to. We'll see. There will probably be some complaining at some point in this stream. I loved RE9, but totally get your criticisms. It's nice to have those contrasts when watching people talk about games. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things that, here's the thing, guys. Also, it's just that when I open up a YouTube comments, it's like, this shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I get what YouTube comments are, so I'm not expecting anything. I think what bothers me sometimes, what gets me in my feelings, is just when I see people on Patreon like that I'm like, I expected more from you. I expected better. you know? Push Square is holding their review, and they said they will review it on base PS5. They are so real for that. That is real. I mean, I would expect that from Push Square since they're a PlayStation-led site. Berto says, like Digital Foundry getting death threats over the DLSS video, gamers can be insufferable. Dude, yeah. I get it. Like, well, no. I get the frustration towards Digital Foundry and that video. I think they dug themselves in a hole that isn't good for them, right? But it's so weird to me seeing, it's so weird to me that when I see something I don't like or that I think is stupid, my response, like that someone says online, my response is to just be like, well, that was dumb, and then move on. But you know, if people want to leave a comment respectfully, that's good too. I personally don't do that, but I get it. I like people that leave comments, and I like respectful criticism. But taking the effort to go and like try to, you know, completely ruin someone's day, send them a death threat, make them feel uncomfortable from an opinion. Yeah, that's totally fucked up. And the Digital Foundry guys don't deserve that. I don't agree with what they did with that video, but it's ridiculous. We have another super chat from JS Dylan Schneider. Dustin, have you read the hit manga Berserk? Read this when appropriate. Not doing the anime BS. I like reading it. I've not read all of it, but I've read the Golden Age arc. So it's like, if you have the big volumes, it's like the first 4 or 5 volumes. It's very good. I highly recommend it. And reading it is the way to go. I mean, I've never seen the anime, but that's what I understand is the common consensus. Quince, and thank you for that super chat. I very much appreciate it. Can you elaborate on what you didn't agree with in the Digital Foundry video? I think in the Digital Foundry video, in their initial video about DLSS5, one of them says, like, when you see the comparison between these two, it's very clear which one you'd want to play with. And I don't want to quote them, but I remember getting an understanding that they had kind of felt like the initial video, I'm not talking about their update, the initial video that kind of said like, oh, well, you know, this, first of all, that it's across the board improvement, and the idea that it doesn't change the artistic intent of the content is ridiculous. You know? So that's kind of the thing for me. I think it's undeniable with DLSS5 that the technology is incredible. What they're doing is very impressive. I don't think anyone can that's like, I think, inarguable, right? But is the result desirable? And to be fair, while I think it is a very small minority, there are people that think it looks very good. And to each their own. You know, to each their own. Here's my take, boys. I was thinking about doing a video on this. So maybe you'll get a more extended video. My take from seeing the DLSS5 stuff, the faces are terrible. The lighting looks, it's like, yeah, it looks more photorealistic, kind of, but it also doesn't. We're so used to seeing what like AI generates and AI filters that it just looks like AI, right? Like Grace looks like AI filtered Grace, and she looks different. It doesn't look like her. So there's that. The other thing about it, here's where I will give it, and surely you'll discuss on Sacred Symbols. Yes, I'm sure we will. What it does for environments and backgrounds is interesting. I'm going to say that I think it's interesting. Now, I don't necessarily think it looks better. I don't think it necessarily looks worse either. Particularly when the footage that showed the Oblivion's DLSS5, I was like, if your desire is to have a much more photorealistic environment, it does a really good job of that. Do I like it? I don't know. It's interesting. I think that it's undeniable that AI is changing rendering tech. It's not a hypothetical. It's happening right now. PSSR is AI rendering tech. DLSS as we know it and has been is AI rendering tech. Machine learning. It's interesting just because DLSS5 is like the moment where people are like, you took it too far. I'm also in that camp. You took it too far at that level. I think a lot of people equate brighter image equals better. That is true. Brighter and higher contrast equals better. Guys, look at thumbnails on YouTube. Do you see, even in my thumbnails, I do this. You get the game's cover. You can see this on the thumbnail of this very stream. You take the game's cover, you increase the saturation, and you bump up the brightness and the contrast. It makes it stand out more. Do you want to play a game that way, though? But in a thumbnail, when you're scrolling through a million things, you got to catch someone's eye. There is the whole element, too, that some of you are bringing up, and I totally agree that, like, with AI upscaling and rendering and blah, 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 and something like DLSS5, will this eventually open the door for games that require less work because it is expected to use something like this to make it look good? Here we go. Actually, this is the perfect, exactly what I was leading into. Do you believe it will make developers lazy and rely on AI for their work? Certainly some, but I don't know about all. I don't know. I really don't know. This is kind of why I wanted to maybe make a video earlier in the week, but it's like I want to be careful because I don't really know what I think. I'm not saying that like I don't know if it's good or bad. I think it's bad, but I just don't know to what degree. You're forgetting that DLSS 5 also is making everyone 20 years older? Yeah. Dude, I think the worst offender of the faces, I mean, the Grace stuff is bad. The Hogwarts Legacy looked like fucking terrible. To the point where when I see the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, I'm like, who would want this? I don't know. I do think it's really funny now that Nvidia is like, everyone's wrong. You're wrong about this. The Starfield stuff looks good to me. My take on the Starfield stuff is that the Starfield character models never looked very good, so it's not very hard to make them look better to a lot of people. Don't you think that if they showed the tall monster in RE9, the gore and shit would be way better with more details? Possibly. And this is the thing that Nvidia and other game companies, I think Bethesda put out like a statement about this, is that they're saying like, we're leaving the tool that like creators and developers will be able to tune it to what they want. And maybe maybe when this actually comes out, guys, you know, it's tuned that it's like, okay, we're able to make the lighting look better and more realistic in the backgrounds. We're able to make the textures look better. But we're able to tune it so that it doesn't yassify the faces of the characters or like completely change the way they look. Maybe. I love LSM, but these streams/videos then tend to be quite negative regardless of the intention. It does seem like it's a choice as negativity breeds views. Not for me, man. Sorry, man. I'm just saying what I think. I'm never in negative for intention's sake. I have plenty of videos on my channels that aren't negative. But if you're not enjoying this, I'll catch you in the next one. I keep saying it, but Nvidia hasn't been interested in gaming first for a very long time. That's very true. They make comparatively less on gaming than they did on crypto and now do on AI and data centers. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's like, it is interesting that they're doing all this when they're kind of not even really doing that much gaming stuff. Or, I mean, they're doing a lot of gaming stuff. They're just clearly not as interested in it. Why won't Dustin shill for Nvidia? It is okay to be critical and skeptical. Yeah. I feel like, God, what's funny is that I feel like in some of what I'm saying right now is probably a much more positive take than most people, saying that anytime you see the Gen 1 version of something, it is the worst possible version of it. And I've not been around a long time in this industry or on this earth, I guess, but I understand full well that this is going to get way better. And there's a real possibility they fix a lot of the problems. And I'm speaking specifically about the end product of what it looks like. I'm not touching on, well, I mean, I have touched on it, but when I say that specifically, I'm not talking about the implications of what it means for video games and video game development. I'm just saying that the end product will eventually look much better than what we're getting right now on version 1. And I think that's a surprisingly much more positive take. I think that it's so funny, man, because there's always I think this comes back to what I was saying earlier about people like putting their entire identity into things, where it's like the people that are super anti-AI, which I think I am overall very much in that camp. There are people that are so fucking annoying about it, and it bothers me. Like we were talking about Digital Foundry earlier, and the people that are like sending them death threats over it. There's 217 people here. What the fuck? Thanks everybody for hanging out on this, unfortunately, I guess, very negative stream, according to some. Let's do a few of these super chats. Nerf Ninja says, hit Colin with the preemptive quiz question next time, or question before he gets you. I think that's a great idea. And I think I was right in Sacred, guys. Colin never hits Chris with the pop quiz first. And then when he did, it's about like a president, like who's the 4th president or whatever. Come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you, Nerf Ninja. Glassdoor Gamer says, PlayStation exclusives are back. Let's fucking go. I'm happy you're excited, Glassdoor Gamer. To me, this changes nothing for me. But I'm glad that people are happy about it. Thank you for the super chat. Wet Dirt says, Crystal Dynamics Avengers game was a total 5 out of 10. I played it for 90 hours and got the platinum. Sometimes you find those games, man. Sometimes you find those games that you really like, even if people, don't like it. That's fine. That's good. Glassdoor Gamer says, DLSS5 seems like the byproduct of their other AI developments. Feels like they are throwing games a bone with this ChatGPT-like rendering. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure that they have a million things that they're figuring out and developing with AI, and This is just a way that they're able to incorporate it into some of their other products. So, I don't know. The other reality too, guys, to remember that people pointed out, and I think this is a very fair thing to say. You don't have to turn DLSS5 on. In fact, 90% of people, more than 90% of people, are not going to have cards good enough for a very long time to run DLSS5. And if people don't like it and don't use it, then that's the thing that speaks the most. Thank you, Glassdoor Gamer. And Ricky Bobby became a supporter. Thank you, Ricky Bobby. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it a lot. Any thoughts on Toxic Commando? Honestly, I haven't seen anything other than the trailers that have been at like various events. All the YouTubers love it and the journalists don't. New Elden Ring. IGN gave it a 6 and gave Concord a 7. I think it's important that IGN does not collectively sit in a room and decide what a score is. There's no high council of IGN, that are giving out the score. Just one person's take at IGN. Death Stranding 2 PC port is great. How would you know that? Is it out yet? Or are you one of the people pirating it? And why is it DLSS? It's not upscaling tech. It should have a new feature name. I agree with that. It probably should have an entirely new name. I totally agree. My Crimson Desert is downloading. Woohoo, I'm so in. Yeah, it unlocks at 6 tomorrow? Yeah, it's out in your region. Okay. I'm sorry for accusing you of being a pirate. I didn't really, but I saw all those reviews, or not the reviews, the posts about how it got pirated or cracked or something really early. In the future, should reviewers turn DLSS off on PC to do apples to apples comparisons with next gen consoles and PC? Will laziness show through? No, I mean, I'm sure that some reviewers will do that, but I think that there are so many good PC focused outlets that do such extensive reviews of stuff on PC that you'll still be able to get that kind of information. So I remember pre-ordering Sekiro, then pirating it anyway because it leaked on PC. Ouch. IGN gave Elden Ring a 10. Yeah, that's people always pick and choose what reviews they like and don't like to do comparisons. When IGN gives Elden Ring a 10, everyone's happy and will cite it. But then if they give a game that they were excited about a 6, then suddenly no one trusts journalists anymore. It's just the way of the road. It's just how these things are. Have you tried your Switch 2 with the handheld update? No, I don't play handheld very much. And I've also not been playing any Switch 1 games. Eventually, maybe I will, but... It's just me, or do I still want it to look like a video game? I like photorealism in games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Last of Us 2, but the characters still look like they're from a video game. I think that's fair, yeah. I think that while photorealism or realism is an art direction, the character models in Red Dead Redemption 2 and Last of Us 2 still look very different. The devs said that DLSS 5 helps the game get closer to the original vision they had for the game. If that's the case, why is it optional? I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw those quotes. I honestly don't even remember what a lot of them say. I think that's stupid. It sounds like just one person that's butt kissing NVIDIA to me, but I don't really know. trust my gut and occasionally what you LSM folks say. You, Dustin, got me into Balatro, Blueprints, and Pokopia. Well, good. All three of those games are absolutely fantastic. So I'm glad that you checked those out and are enjoying them. Yo, what's up, dude? How's it going? You're Kyle, right? Because you're K on here. You were just on Summon Sign. Is it Kyle? Now I feel embarrassed about this. And my Patreon's not loading. Kyle, I got it right. Okay, yeah, Kyle is just on Summon Sign. Go check it out. I'm glad. I'm 90% sure that's your name. Oh, I bet Dustin sold several hundred copies of Pokopia. Nintendo, are you listening? No. The answer is no. Nintendo is not listening. What's your next most hyped release, Dustin? Pragmata? Yes, it is Pragmata. Guys, I just put in my request for Pragmata to do a video for the channel. I do not expect to get it from Capcom. I am expecting to be... I mean, maybe. I would love to be wrong, but we'll see. Speaking of Pokopia, we should, do you guys want to see my island? We should do that. But before we do, Chris Hendricks with his $5 super chat. Oh, we talked about this earlier, but I didn't see it as a super chat. In the future, should reviewers turn DLSS off on PC to do apples and apples? Okay, we did talk about this. I just didn't realize it was a super chat. Thank you, Chris, for your support. Thank you for that super chat. Didn't cover Blackthorn on Sacred Symbols, fake Blizzard fans. I have that game on Super Nintendo. Do you have to be a certain size to get them to send you early copies, or is it just who you know? Size matters. I'm assuming size does matter. I don't know. I don't know. I have received some games. Other games I have not. So, do they outright reject your requests or do they just ignore you? Both. For example, for Crimson Desert, when I requested that, eventually they said, sorry, we do not have any more pre-release codes, but we will have more codes at launch. There is a possibility they send me a code tonight or tomorrow for the game. I kind of doubt it just because of my videos about the game and their PR were not exactly positive. So I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting that they probably don't like me very much. That's fine. If they were thinking about me at all, which is probably nothing. I did get a rejection for Resident Evil. With Square Enix and Dragon Quest, I was responded to and then ignored. So it really just all depends. Size matters, but I have YouTuber friends with just 5K or less subs and they get game keys depending on your content. It depends on the game also. Like most indie games, I probably wouldn't have much of a problem getting. But it's the big AAA games that are... There have been cases, Awesome Tatum, where I have seen creators much smaller than me get the game. I don't know if that's a connection thing. And again, I'm not entitled to anything. So I don't want this to sound... I was complaining earlier. I'm not complaining right now. I'm just answering questions. So sometimes too, you know, there is definitely a possibility that some PR people don't like that I'm involved with Last Stand. I don't know. I don't even know if they think about it that much. They might. They might not too, though. Would you guys like to see my Pokopia island? Who is playing Pokopia? Because it's real good. Now, I feel like I should have a little warning. we're not going to get into any spoilers. Like, I'm not going to do any. I beat the game. So we're going to look at my main environment. But you may see Pokemon that you didn't know were in the game. So if that bothers you, I'm just giving you a warning. Your Pallet Town, I prefer the beach. We're doing not Pallet Town, but the first area of the game. Let me switch this so I can use my computer monitor to see the game. Come on. Is this frozen? No, my stream is frozen. Not my stream, but my Elgato. Guys, my Elgato has been shit. I need to buy a new one, I think. Come on. I guess we got to unplug it and plug it back in. This was having issues before I started the stream. And then it started working. Oh! Hey! I haven't even done the update yet. New update? No, just start the game. Guys, this game is one of the best games of the year. This game, I fuck with it. Animal Crossing must be so embarrassed by how good Pokopia is. I do feel like they are in the same Venn diagram, but... Okay, so here we are. We're starting in my home, which, to be fair, I haven't done a lot with my house. So I've kind of just dumped some stuff in here, but I kind of arranged it a little nicely. Here's my gamer PC with a picture of Psyduck. There's nothing upstairs. I've done nothing upstairs. I've got some arcade games. This nice Porygon shelf. Shout out to the coughing humidifier as well. Dude, guys, this is literally labeled. Oh shit. I didn't mean to take that. Also, guys, my organization's very, very bad. It's gotten out of control. This is literally fucking hell. This is literally a gaming bed. So don't even talk to me about Crimson Desert reviews unless you have a gaming bed. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to fucking hear your take about it. Is Pokopia like Animal Crossing that you can only do a certain amount every day, or can you do more in a session? There are certain things that you can only do once in a day. But there are other things that you can do, like, it doesn't matter. I found it to be not that restricting. Damn, Dustin, now I have to buy this game. Oh, you haven't even seen outside. Do you ever use mouse mode to build? Yes, the mouse mode in this game is excellent. So yeah, not a lot going on in my house right now. How many hours do you have in? 45 or more hours. Whoops. So, first of all, here's my son. This is my goat. This is my everything. Look at him. We love him. We respect him. We'll do anything for him. So this is my house here that I've kind of done up a little bit. I put these bushes out front. Got some street lighting. I have my my plush lined up here because you can't use them when they're in your house, so it kind of feels like they should be outside. What habitat does Porygon spawn in? I'll show you. It's not that one. It is the researcher's desk, which is 2 tables, a science experiment, and a powered-on computer. Is Holly playing this too? No, she's still playing Dragon Quest, but she will be playing soon. Gotta bounce out for the spoilers. The only spoilers are certain Pokemon in the game. I'm not gonna. We're not doing anything story related. I've already beat the game. You're not, and I'm not gonna show you certain stuff. But to each their own. If you feel like you can't be here, that's on you. So here's our little, you know, area. Our we'll say the living quarters. I've been trying to build my houses myself. I'm not very good at it, but I'm learning. So this is where Bulbasaur and Venusaur live. Pretty basic spot. Not too much going on, but I did decorate it. Here he is. How's your comfort level? He wants some sweet flavored food. Oh no, I don't want to play jump rope. Fuck! Okay, I guess we're playing jump rope. I've actually never done this. Oh, I pressed the wrong fucking button. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna go back. So yeah, okay, that's their house. Here is the Charmander / Charizard house. You may be wondering, where is the middle Pokemon, which is Charmeleon. I don't have him. Charizard loves me, as he should. He's giving me a fucking log. Thanks, bro. So this was the first house that I built that I actually felt like was pretty good. In here, they've got their own Charizard carpet. They've got a nice burning fire. And a Game Boy. Is the game too loud? It looks really high on my levels. Game journalist moment. Well. So we have this nice garden area too that is home to a few Pokemon. This habitat's empty. I think I want to tear this down. Oh shit! It's that boy. I built this little home here for Hoot Hoot because he was like, oh, it's too bright out here. So I built him a little fuck lair. And he's not spawned in. Also, I don't want to go over here too much because there is some spoilery stuff for the endgame. But I have a wireless power system going on here because my generators are on the beach. Get out of here. So you can see here's a wireless power block that goes over here. They could be more hidden, but I'm still working it out. And that's what powers up these houses here. Here is one of the first houses I built, which clearly is not very good because I didn't have the right materials in certain cases. So it's pretty basic. Wireless power system? Yes, it is a wireless power system. Let's see who's working at the Pokemon, the shop. Oh shit, it's him. He doesn't have any stuff I would want to buy. How soon can you get Pikachu? I actually don't have the standard Pikachu yet in this game. So another thing that I was trying to do was like to fix and rebuild these roads. My other son is here. Look at him. Look at him. Cubone, top 5 Pokemon. Let's see, Pinsir lives here. Dude, look at him. He's aura farming. What are you doing up there, bro? You don't have to be doing all that. What about Gengar? Dude, I don't have Gengar. I need to look up how to make him. Or how to make his environment. I really want Gengar. Guys, not all Pokemon are created equal. I hate this guy. I want to kill this guy. I want to end his life. I want him to bite the fucking curb right here so I can curb stomp him into nothingness, really. Volbeat, go fuck yourself. You're not welcome here. Is it trial and error, or does one Pokemon hint at the next? So you find these hints throughout the level that will show you how to make the different environments. What do you want? He wants to give me a present. Oh, thanks. A fruit that you can find anywhere. Thanks, bro. Now, one of the other goat Pokemon in this game. Bellsprout. Look at him! Dude, guys, look at how cute he is. Oh my goodness. He is so good. He wants it to be more human. There's not much I can do for him. This is his home here. He wanted a decoration, so I made him this picture frame with a honey pot in it, and he loves it. He lives a very happy life back here. I wanted to move him into my house, but I think he's too happy living behind this house. You know? Here's Pidgey. Shout out. Here's a whole nother area that I briefly started working on by trying to replace the roads here. The power system needs to be replaced too. I can't stand all these fucking wires here. I also started to rebuild this area, but I need to rebuild the roof on that house too. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Still a big work in progress. Now, let's check what my stamp is today. We got a new stamp that is not more rare than any of these. Let's just get rid of the Eevee. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Eevee for the Tangela. Sorry, Tangela better. So in this game, since I think a lot of you haven't played this, you can see your overall environment level, and we can see how everybody's living. So Porygon, Charmander, Charizard, Squirtle, 10 out of 10 lives. A lot of nice, that's good too. Average. So, oh, dude, that one fucker has an average life. We want him to have an iffy situation. What's the significance of the stamps? Every day you log in, you get a stamp. And they have different rarities. that give you a different amount of Poke Points after like, I think it's a week. Every week, eventually it will. So yeah, there's the stamp period, the exchange period. So right now we're in the well, I don't know how long. I honestly don't know that much how it works. I just know that you eventually exchange what stamps you have for coins, which then you can spend in the shop, as you can see here. So I always buy any recipes, because then you can just make it yourself. Cool. Oh, dude! What's up, Magikarp? He's looking pitiful as fuck. And we love him for that. Alright, so here you'll find there's like glowing spots in the ground. And you can find stuff in there. We found a mysterious slate. So there's all these mysterious slates you can find. And I'll show you some, guys. Let me show you some. Yo, Chris, thanks for hanging out, dude. If you don't play for a week, do they die? Yeah, they die of starvation. And, well, no, actually, they die of sadness and depression. So here's my slate collection so far. So I'm nowhere near completing the puzzle. Oh shit, that one, I've never heard it do that. Apparently that one's in the right spot. Interesting. Now I kind of want to try something. Ooh. Okay. So whatever happens when you do all that, I don't know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to know. Just drop by, just say F Pokopia. Alright. God bless you. Be well, my friend. But yeah, I really, really like this game a lot. This game fucking slaps. No, why is my Porygon sleeping like a fucking homeless person outside? You have a whole house, bro. Should I get the Switch 2 or the first Switch? Does Pokopia work on the original Switch also? No, Pokopia is a Switch 2 only game. So if you're really wanting to play this, you'll need to get a Switch 2. Honestly, if you... I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but a Switch 2 I think is a much better investment at this point than a Switch 1. But you can get a Switch 1 for a lot cheaper. So my other areas I don't really have built up that much, but we can take a peek at them. Get the 2 before the price goes up? Yeah. That's why I bought Holly Switch 2, is because I am pretty sure the price will go up. I want to play Pokopia, so Switch 2 for me then. Well, yeah, there you go. Only on Switch 2. Guys, this is the best Pokemon game I've played since Soul Silver. Obviously very different than the mainline Pokemon games, but... So, I really haven't done anything at my Pallet Town. Other than try to collect some Pokemon. Because I really wanted to get my boy Snorlax. Look at him. I love him. Oh! That was so cute. Probably the other area that I built up... I really haven't worked that hard on any of these other places. Anyone guess when the prices may go up? It's hard to say. I think it will happen sometime this year, though. Guys, I didn't give you guys the disclosure earlier. I am playing this on a game key card, so if you need to leave the stream, I totally get it. If you need to unsubscribe, I totally get it. Oh, there's a super chat here from Pair of Shoes. Hey, Dustin, will the baby be coming on cart or by game key cart? The haters will say it's not a real baby if it's only on the key cart. Stay cool, yo. Dude, no, all the data is on deck for the baby, so no worries there. Thank you for the super chat. And also, Pair of Shoes, you became a supporter. Thank you so much. You have some neat stuff here, and all you have is garbage that you found on the ground, you piece of shit. Shut up. Piplup lives here, and I'm a big fan of Piplup. Now, where is, look at this homeless guy sleeping on this bench. Where's Psyduck? Holly and I have been calling this guy the Trash Man. I'm the Trash Man. Yeah, I built this little hot spring for him. See what we got. Recipe for a star print. Okay. So I guess that's about it, guys. Do you have any legendary Pokemon on your island? No, I honestly don't even know how to do that yet. I've seen some legendary Pokemon, because you do in the story, but I don't know how to get them to live on your island. Don't tell me how, though. Don't tell me how. Let's give our boy here some food. How about tomato for today? These do different things. I don't remember what they are. The shop might be more likely to have good items in stock. Okay. Cleaning up the trash in town is a real chore. Yes. There's just, dude, you can spend forever trying to restore and decorate in this game. And that's not even including the giant fucking ship, dude. I ain't touching that. Also, I've barely touched this area over here. Hey, Dustin, I've been enjoying your takes and non-biased views on gaming. It's refreshing to see a platform so saturated with... It's so refreshing to see in a platform so saturated with one-sided takes and misinformation. Thank you. I try my best. I try my best to be balanced and upfront when it's an opinion and when it's a take or whatever. But anyway, that's my Pokopia, guys. Unless there's anything else you want to specifically see. But I thought we would go through this. This game is absolutely awesome. If you haven't played it yet, I highly, highly recommend it. As you can see, I've put over 45 hours into it already. Which is nothing compared to some people, let me tell you. We can, well, let me let this load, and then we can close out, hanging out for a few more minutes. Hello? Alright. Let's switch this back to this. Put this in sleep mode. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yo, Micah, what's up? You just missed we were going over my Pokopia town. You just missed it. Is the wireless power just the power generators, or are there like utility poles but wireless? They are like gold cubes that are like the poles but wireless. Yes. You still need to daisy chain them to you need to daisy chain them to your generator of whatever kind of generator of electricity. But yeah, they are wireless, so you don't have fucking, shit everywhere. It's a really good game, guys. And as I was saying on Sacred, the story is really fun. I got wires everywhere, homes made of 30 different materials, whole town looks like ass. I get it. Only like a third of one of my areas actually looks presentable, and it also has problems. Will you be reviewing Crimson Desert, Dustin? I plan to do a video after it comes out. Like, maybe will have a video for it on Monday. And that's going to be my an early impressions, like first impressions type video. It won't be a review, but I'll put a lot of time in this weekend and I'll tell you what I think. I got the Mosslas plush from the Pokemon Center in the Japanese, or Pokemon Center Japanese site. Dude, that's awesome. I heard the Pokopia story might make you tear up by the end. It might make you feel something in the middle of it, like from a document. It's a sad game. It's good, though. Do you think the Switch 2 OLED or Lite will be out by the time Wind and Waves come out? I wouldn't be surprised if it launched with a Lite. I think Switch OLED will probably still be a few more years off. I'm getting Pokopia now. It's Dustin's fault. Yes. Pokopia supremacy. Game of the year. Might make a tear drip from my leg. Good lord, bro. Is Pokopia better than Resident Evil 9? I'm rage baiting a little bit. That's a good question. Which game did I enjoy more, Pokopia or Resident Evil 9? That's really tough. That's really tough. I really enjoyed them both highly for very different reasons. It's, man. Dustin shilling for Nintendo was not on my bingo card. Dude, I'm not shilling. I'm just saying it's a great game. It's a good game. I'm getting the Switch 2 and Pokopia due to Dustin. My bank account ain't gonna be happy. Listen. If there's other games you want to play on Switch 2, then go for it. But I don't know if it's worth buying a Switch 2 just for Pokopia. But if you want to play Mario Kart, if you want to play Donkey Kong, there's a lot of good stuff on Switch 2. Deathshot with a super chat says Dustin was right entirely about Resident Evil 9. Justification. Thank you. Thank you. Am I right about Resident Evil 9? I think I am. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't think so. But I understand the various opinions about Resident Evil 9. I still think Resident Evil 9 is awesome. In fact, I think Resident Evil 9 is excellent, even. I'm just messing. My first console was the OG NES. Nice. Yeah, I know. I understand most people here are messing around. I can't believe Dustin hates RE9 and Capcom. Yeah, Capcom, more like Crapcom. I bet you no one's ever said that before. RE9 is good, but I agree it's overrated. Before I heard anything say anything about it, I was getting this feeling about something missing with it. Still good, but people tend to overpraise stuff. I think I mean this respectfully, if this is possible. I think that once the hype die down, I think people will agree with me more. Maybe not completely, but more. Dustin, did you ever get a smoker? No, but I need to. Maybe this is the year. I say that every year. Maybe this is the year. As of 2 days ago, we had 4 inches of snow on the ground, though, so I have time. I still have time to consider. My meat needs to be smoked, and I must buy something to smoke it. Andy Cat, thoughts on Super Metroid? I think Super Metroid is awesome. I have this poster back here, right there. I really liked it. To be honest, I played it on... I think I played it on the Super Nintendo Classic. And I used the rewind feature. It was hard. Could I have done it the old-fashioned way? Probably. But it would have been very annoying. But I really like it. You didn't beat the game. Come on, man. Marathon and Slay the Spire 2 eating up all my time. So my wife is playing Pokopia, not me. Holly really wants to play Pokopia. But like I said, she's finishing Dragon Quest. She'll be playing probably in the next week or so. I think. You should try the PS Portal update and give your thoughts on Sacred. I don't think I will. Maybe. Honestly, the update sounds good. I don't know if it's going to save the Portal for me, though. I don't think it will. Maybe. I will be playing Marathon tonight, boys. 100% playing Marathon. What is this? Everyone keeps talking about PSN. Let me pull up Twitter and see if I can find a tweet about it. Okay, PlayStation will be phasing out the PlayStation Network branding by September 2026. Oh, it's Insider Gaming. So what's it going to be called instead? Oh, it's clear. It's currently unclear what the new name of the network will be. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about that. We'll talk about it on Sacred Symbols. Speaking of that, I'm going to have to edit Duke soon, boys. So it's probably a good time to wrap up this stream, actually. How long have we been going? A nice hour 48. I am going to get out of here, guys. I got to edit Duke. I got to... Yeah, mainly it's just editing Duke, and then I got to play Marathon. And maybe watch the final episode of One Piece live action season 2 with Holly. So, this has been fun. Talking about Crimson Desert. Talking about DLSS5. And of course, I'm glad you guys got to see my Pokopia home. And I'm glad that some of you are inspired to check out Pokopia. Because I think you'll enjoy it a lot. Do Rook runs? I've never done one, so maybe I should do one. My vault is already too full. My vault is just struggling right now. Nerf Ninja says thank you for your production. You're welcome. Thank you, Nerf Ninja, for your donation. Appreciate it. I'm going to continue no-lifing Pokopia. Nice. Nice PVM. Thank you. Stop hoarding your weapons for Marathon 2. I know. I'm trying to spend them. I'll spend some tonight. The boys will go hard tonight. But, okay, that's it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, it's totally free. I would appreciate it. Thank you for becoming members. Thank you for your super chats. It all helps me out so much with this channel. I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys, even if you're not, super chatting or subscribing, just being here, hanging out, taking the time. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. As always, I will see you guys soon. Sacred symbols on all different types of stuff. You'll see me. Goodbye. Have a good night.